everybody, it's Susan from Escapes, and I am at our office in downtown Vancouver, and I've had the great privilege of speaking with Kelsey Gostelow, and she is with
Contiki Holidays.
Contiki Holidays. So this is a new partnership for me. I'm not familiar with Contiki, but I am going to get real familiar with Contiki because she's been sharing all kinds of great ideas. So tell me a little bit about Contiki.
So Contiki is the world's leader in youth travel. We specifically target 18 to 35-year-olds. So we're all about young people, real experiences, unique experiences, and all about kind of getting out there in the world and traveling while you're young.
That's cool because the youth is not having to pay mortgage payments, so they have disposable income, and it's all about creating memories, I think, at this age. Mm-hmm. What are the top 3 destinations that they're looking for right now?
Oh, there's so many, and it always changes, which is the really exciting thing about youth travel. But I would say consistently, top couple trips for us is definitely Greek island hopping. So it's an amazing trip where it's in and out of Athens. You're going to go over to Mykonos and Santorini, and I know. You can't really go wrong with that one. That's always in our top selling trips. I would say Ireland is still selling really well, so people are liking that part of the world. Can't go really wrong too. You know, you have the beautiful scenery and have some beers.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, do you pair people together? Do they join as solo, or do they have to, if there's 2 people, they have to book as a double occupancy, that kind of thing? Or?
So majority of our travelers are solo travelers. That's an awesome option for people who might not have friends to travel with. The great thing about Contiki is you're going to be in a group of about 15 up to 50 people. So you're guaranteed to make friends from all around the world. So most of our travelers are solo. And depending on the trip style, you'll either be staying with one other person, or sometimes it'll be quad share. Kind of just depends on the trip style, but we kind of match to make sure that you're staying with someone who's in the same age and that sort of thing.
So when you say match, do you mean they're sharing a room, or do they all get their own room? How does
They'd be sharing a room, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with usually one other person. So yeah, but we have couples going on our trip, so in that case they would be sharing a room. We have friends that book together, but again, a lot of our travelers are just traveling solo, and they want that experience of meeting people from all around the world.
I think that would be great. I've met people from all over the world, and you carry them with you for the rest of your life. You just do.
Oh yeah.
I think that's exciting because it makes you step out of your comfort zone if you are experiencing other parts of the world, because you have such a narrow point of view if you're living in just your city. So yeah. To see other cultures and meet other people, see how they live, makes you appreciate the other side of the world, but it also makes you appreciate your home as well.
Oh, 100%. I know, don't know if we have time for a story,
but we love stories.
My first Contiki trip was over in Asia, so I did our Asian adventure trip, which is a 2-week itinerary that goes through Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. And that's where I met people from all around the world. I still talk to them. That was about 5-6 years ago. Yeah. I talk to them all the time. I have somewhere to stay in Australia if I need to. So that's the amazing part about Contiki. Yeah. It's just the people you meet and the people you stay in contact with. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So are your travels chaperoned? Is there always someone that's herding these?
Herding, yeah. So
herding the cats.
We have a trip manager, which is like our equivalent to a tour guide, I guess. But they're usually really young like us, and they're a lot of fun. They're kind of your expert for the duration of your tour, so they'll kind of keep you in line, keep you on track in terms of like what's happening that day in the schedule. They are super educated in terms of the history of the places you're going to visit, so you'll always have that really great insider knowledge about what you're seeing. You also have a really experienced coach driver, so you'll be driving around in one of our big Contiki coaches or buses, air conditioned, big bright letters Contiki branded on the side, so it's really cool. So you'll have a coach driver who's driving you around, who knows all the back streets of Europe and all that stuff. So that's traditionally how it works out.
So if there's a 21-year-old and a parent who's concerned, they don't have to have a fear of their 21-year-old just wandering aimlessly. There's always going to be within a group confinement and someone watching.
Exactly. It kind of always has their eye out for them.
Okay.
It definitely is something that parents always say kind of makes them feel better if they're sending their kids away. Maybe they've never gone to Europe before. Contiki's an awesome way to kind of get out there.
I think having a guide in destination is brilliant, because I remember when I went to Cuba and I didn't really know that much about Cuba, and our driver of the bus told me more about Cuba than I'd ever read in a book or learned at school. And I thought that was great. When you hear it from a perspective of someone who lives there, they can point things out and enrich your life. It's like going to school, only a different kind of school.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember going to the killing fields in Cambodia for the first time, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it's things like that. It's obviously a really sad part of history, but it does really just make an impact on your life, and come home and you're a lot more grateful for where you live.
So as far as pricing is concerned, is this high end of travel, mid-range? What can a parent or a young person expect to be putting away for this? What would be their price range?
Yeah, I would say on average, so our trips range anywhere from 3 up to 55 days, but on average people are booking about a 2-week tour, and traditionally it's costing about $2,500.
That's good.
Canadian, yeah. And when you break that down, it's just jam-packed with value. Like, Contiki just has experiences that you're not going to get anywhere else. For example, we own a chateau in the countryside of France, and only Contiki.
I'm in.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Like, it's a 16th century property. It's amazing. There's a vineyard and a pool, and literally no other travelers can go there except Contiki travelers. So that's kind of one like really value-added thing that no one's going to get unless they're traveling with Contiki.
That accommodation sounds luxurious. Are most of the accommodations like 3 and 4 star, or?
They're comfortable. So depending on the trip style, they'll be staying in traditionally 3 and 4 star hotels, all very centrally located, so you're close to the action. Or they'll be staying in our special stopover. So like I said, the chateau. We also own a property in Switzerland and Austria.
Oh, sounds divine.
Yeah, just amazing. And then we also use postals. And I say postals because a lot of these hostel properties that we use are nicer than some hotels, to be honest.
Nice.
There's some really nice properties, yeah.
Do your tours include food, or do they have to bring extra money for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
So breakfast every day will be included. We typically include some lunches, some dinners. It'll tell you on the schedule what's included what day. So we always say to budget a little extra money just for those extra meals. Because we don't want to dictate exactly what you eat every day. That's the part of traveling, right? You want to experience other things and kind of sample around. So, but breakfast every day will be included.
Do any of your tours include things that you do in destination as far as giving back, like maybe helping to build something or volunteering for cleanup or anything like that?
We have a few trips. We have a partnership with Me to We. So we have about 4 itineraries, I believe, right now that are all about sustainability and giving back. So you'll be visiting villages and helping give back in those communities. But right now there's only about 4 itineraries. So
Still, though, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
awesome.
good.
Yeah, we're part of. We have a Contiki Cares aspect to our company, so it's part of the Tread Rate Foundation, which is just essentially about giving back to communities, because we understand that we're traveling to all these places and we want to make sure that we're leaving a positive impact. So yeah, that's something that I'm sure will grow over the next couple of years too.
Travelers find that important. I know when I'm speaking with my clients and I speak about how we give back at Escapes, they pause and they want me to tell them more what it is that we do. I think people are becoming very socially conscious about, do you give back, or is this a selfish business? But at Escapes, we do give back in many, many ways. I mean, we don't necessarily talk about it nonstop, but we do. So it's good to know that we can partner with someone that feels that same way.
Exactly. We also do e-docs. So instead of getting paper docs, we do e-docs, and in exchange, we'll plant a tree. So we do little initiatives like that. So.
And what that means is your e-documents are sent to you via email,
or,
and then you can print them off, or actually I don't even think you have to print them off anymore, as long as you have them
on your phone.
On your phone, I mean, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
And is there a specific month that's more interesting or more popular, or is 12 months a year is perfect?
For traveling?
Yes.
I would say definitely most of our travelers travel in the summer. A lot of, we're dealing with an 18 to 35 market, so we do have a lot of students that travel with us. So typically in the summer, June to August is usually the time that kind of works better just for their schedules. But we are seeing kind of a surge in people booking in the shoulder seasons as well. It is kind of cheaper airfare to get over there, and there are some kind of unique experiences as well. One experience I can list off too is just like the Christmas markets out in Austria. All those parts of Europe, which is becoming a very, very popular kind of trip. So yeah.
So is there anything missing that I haven't asked, or have we kind of covered it all?
I think we've covered covered it all. Yeah, like I said, our trips range anywhere from 3 to 55 days. We go all over the world, so we do about over 350 trips worldwide. We do small groups, larger groups. We do trips in Latin America, Asia, Europe being kind of our bread and butter, New Zealand, Australia, Africa, Middle East. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Pretty much we go everywhere. Pretty much we go everywhere, and we're really just about connecting young travelers to the times of their lives, essentially through travel. So,
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that I travel a lot. If you follow me at Susanette Escapes, I'm here, there, and everywhere. I love to travel. So if you think that this would be something you'd like to entertain for yourself, or if you're an adult mom and dad who have kids that would like to travel, call me, Susanette Escapes, email me, WhatsApp me, and let's chat. Thanks.
Thank you.